The 93X Half-Ass Morning Show podcast is sponsored by Standard Heating and Air Conditioning.
Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is currently hiring experienced and entry-level HVAC technicians. Apply today at standardheating.com.
The 93X Half-Ass Morning Show. 93.
Now I thought I'd share some of my favorite worst road trip ever tweets from you guys. Here we go. My dad got so fed up with our fighting that he pulled over and laid down in the middle of an empty highway. This one's from @MasonClashes. He says, my older brother wired my friend's car brakes to the horn so that whenever he braked, the horn honked. This one's that Clara C91. She says, we got detained at the Canadian border because my brother answered not really when asked if he had weapons in the car.
I remember one time we were really little kids. I have two sisters and a brother, and all four of us were in our family car ride for 3 hours. And in the distance, we see a McDonald's. And my dad pulled into the drive-thru, and we started cheering. And then he ordered one black coffee for himself. And you know, as mad as that made me as a little kid, in retrospect, that is the funniest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. He had a van load of little kids, and he got black coffee. The one thing from McDonald's no child could enjoy.
It's never cheating when you're in a different area code, not to mention a different state.
That makes no sense.
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
You little...
I think we're there.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I like turtles.
the weekend.
I shut her down.
True story.
Thank you.
And that goes against everything we know about Josh, because he's the responsible on the show, the one that doesn't have like 6 different vices. But I'm going to tell you something he did the last night. This surprised me. He never goes to bars. He stays home. Guy got bottle service last night.
I did. Well, you know why?
Josh got bottle service.
It's because Nick and I are the elite. Last night, we made our first sports bet, and we are winners.
This has become a straight up money making venture for Josh and I. I got to hear this bottle service story. What are we talking about?
I think he's joking. Oh, no, I did buy a bottle.
You did?
That's right. I for someone else. Somebody wanted a wine. I bought him a
bottle of wine.
Yeah, so I said, here's a glass of wine or whatever, and the guy said, hey, it's $4.50 for one or $10 for a bottle. So I said, give me the bottle.
Why wouldn't you get a straight up bottle?
I got a bottle.
Yeah, this has become. I have a feeling this trip, this special yearly trip, is really going to solidify itself now and be part of our yearly routine for decades to come, because we've figured out coming to a casino. Josh and I at least have figured out coming to a casino is about making money, and we did that last night.
We sure did. We're winners.
We are.
You guys are losers. Totally. And not only that,
I already knew that.
They set me and Nick up with these wonderful rooms already. You guys, you don't get those.
No, definitely not.
We're in one little bunk room with 3 cots.
As winners, they brought us to some luxury suites for their most valued guests after we won last night.
The presidential suites that Josh and I stay in, neither one of us slept too well last night.
Well, it was the masseuse that they give you a complimentary masseuse, and it was
part of the problem, I think, is these suites that we stay in are so beautiful and so spacious that I almost feel lonely, and I was unable to sleep much last night. Dana, Ashley, and Wapple didn't really have those same problems.
No, they didn't have to worry about it.
Didn't even have a window in that room. I think it was next to the broiler.
I had
or the boiler.
I was gonna say.
I was hoping someone caught that.
Yeah, we know it was in the kitchen.
Ashley, Nick and I had an opportunity to talk to your boyfriend last night a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And he's a dick who owes us an apology.
Yeah, he does.
What did he do now?
Young kid with a lot of attitude, coming off cute with the mouth at Josh and I when we were trying to make our magical parlay bet.
He acted
that
like
has more or less solidified our retirement money now.
Yeah, pretty much. We were deciding whether or not we wanted to come here, but we appreciate the commitment of the crowd. They're here early, and so Nick and I thought that's the least we can do, despite the fact we do have retirement money. And he was making fun of us, and he belittled us quite a bit.
Yeah, he did. And today he's going to suck it.
Yeah. So if you want to tell him he's an a-hole and an idiot, he's sitting right at the corner.
Oh, is he here?
Yeah,
he's over there. Oh, Christ. He's the douchebag in the hat.
Yeah. Would you like to apologize? Do you remember all the snark you threw at us last night about Thursday Night Football? Do you remember that at all?
I didn't even know he walked in because he's such a small, unimportant person.
He's so sassy.
We were deciding to make this glorious parlay bet last night, and we decided we were going to bet the over on Thursday Night Football featuring the Tallahassee Minutemen.
Saints,
I have no idea who played last
and
night.
Jacksonville, I believe.
Jacksonville and New Orleans. So Dinkus over there is overhearing Josh and I talk about this. I had to lower my readers because I can't make out if anyone's having a good time when I have. So I can lower my readers. I can see your faces. So we said we're going to bet the over on Thursday Night Football. And Ashley's boyfriend, what? The over on Thursday Night Football?
Have you guys watched any Thursday Night Football?
Do you ever watch Thursday Night? It's always 9 to 6. They're always garbage games. Well, we're going to bet the over. And he just gave me this disapproving look. And guess he's a young guy. He grabbed his vape pen and he walked away.
What a douche. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jesus. Well, I didn't know we brought Brent Musburger to the... well, he's a young person. He wouldn't understand that reference. I didn't know we brought... give me a current football analyst. Phil
Tony
Sims.
Romo.
Tony, yeah, go ahead.
I can break up with him if you want.
That would be incredible.
That would make you feel better?
Would you do it right now?
Right now?
Break up, break up, break up, break up, break up.
Jeremy, we have to talk later.
Jeremy.
So aside from your dickhead boyfriend, last night I also met a male stripper. Did you guys meet him?
Yes.
What? I didn't get to meet the male stripper.
He's right here.
This rings a bell.
Yes. Well, he's, I don't know, I'm going to guess late 50s, early 60s maybe at this point. And he...
you know, I meet a lot of older men, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
No, a male stripper, I'm interested.
Yeah, I want to... Is he here?
In more ways than one.
No, I don't see him.
I haven't seen him yet.
Tell me about this guy.
Well, his buddy, I met his buddy's like, he used to be a male stripper, and then the guy came over, and I can see it. I can definitely see it. And
really?
He was talking about some wild times he had.
Is that who you were up all night with last night, dude, over here? Okay. He was talking about some wild times that his male stripper buddy had. You think he's going to show up today?
Why? He
Is he
said
working?
He's going to be here. He said he's going to. No, he's retired.
Retired. Wow.
I bet he can still get it done, though.
Yeah, he's a handsome guy.
Yeah, very much so.
You know, I mean...
He was talking about, like, sometimes he'd be tipped with room keys.
Oh, spicy.
Woo-wee. Yeah. I didn't catch this story. I gotta meet this guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, you did meet him last night.
I did?
Yeah.
And you say by looking at him, you can tell he was?
Yeah, you could tell.
Really?
Yeah.
Most of the people I met last night were wildly unattractive. So. All right. The retired male stripper. I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, if he comes in here, I'll point him out. I bet he still got it. He could still probably do it.
Well, damn.
Actually, I have to ask you a question, Nick.
Who's that, me?
So Nick and I, again, in the luxury suites for their most valued guests, the big winners.
With the big money, with the victories last night, watching the... Did we mention where we made our other fortune last night? We mentioned the Thursday Night Football game. The Pigs.
Oh, the Wild game, yeah.
We bet the over on the Pigs game. There were 10 goals scored in that friggin' game. There's a lot of hockey fans here who know sometimes you got to watch 3 Wild games to see 10 goals scored. But last night they scored 10 total goals.
That was awesome.
Has never happened in the history of hockey, I think I heard last night. Anyway, go ahead. You had a question.
Oh, yeah, well, I was going to that reminds me, when we were watching the football game last night, we were like, go for 2, try to get the points up. Or at the same time go, no, that wasn't a catch. He didn't make a football move. We were getting really involved in that stuff because we wanted some of that to go well for us, which it did. Again, we're winners. But I wanted to ask you, at about 11:30 last night, because our rooms are right next to each other.
Yeah.
Did you think I had an orgasm?
Oh, I know you had an orgasm.
Well, here's my fear.
Boy, I was still awake. I never heard anything.
The reason,
but you're very quiet when you have sex.
That's
we know
true.
that.
Well,
if I had an orgasm, the whole friggin' room would have known it.
I wasn't really thinking, there's neighbors and whatnot.
Oh, no.
The elite, of course.
Right.
And I was urinating.
Oh.
And I
Does that always happen when you orgasm?
It's awkward at times. But I did one of those, as I went.
No.
And I thought, Nick's next door, and he's going to think I just had an orgasm.
I never heard a damn thing. I never heard a thing.
I'm already a loud peer. It's a combination of it. narrow urethra and a robust, full-bodied bladder. You know,
Even if I thought you were masturbating, it's not my business.
you're a good friend.
It's not my business.
But I did have a thought like, I should probably tone that down a little bit. I
thought maybe I was bothering you, too, through the walls.
What happened?
I had a sneezing fit.
Oh, did you?
Yes, and you know that I sneeze as loud as I orgasm.
Are you allergic to my orgasm?
So you didn't bother me at all.
I have a formidable thunderous stream already, and then I thought I added that. I was bellowing.
No, I was staring up into the ceiling. 11:30 last night, I was staring at the ceiling of my hotel, wondering where my life has gone, like I do every night. Well, we didn't ask the crowd. This raucous capacity crowd here at the Turtle Lake Sportsbook. How many of yous are Wisconsin people? Make some noise if you're Wisconsin. How about from the great state of Iowa? Oh, you're kidding me.
We got two.
Yeah.
Friggin' Iowegians. I remember. I saw that guy. I saw that guy last night. Of course, his T-shirt had to say something about Iowa.
Oh, yeah.
Ask me if I'm from Iowa.
I remember you criticizing him about something. What was it? I forgot.
Because he's an Iowegian. That's what I was criticizing.
His shirt said something about like who drank all the Busch Light or something.
They like
of that
Busch
nature.
Light. Yeah. Okay, where's the Minnesota people? You got a mixed crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice split.
Wisconsin is different, though. I'll tell you that. Different. Oh, I was lacking sleep, as we mentioned, Josh. Didn't sleep all that well. I woke up early. We were kind of pumped because normally we wake up at this, I don't know, ungodly hour. You wake up before 3 o'clock in the morning.
Usually, yeah.
On a normal day, I get a little more than that, but we were all excited to sleep in. It didn't really happen. I woke up and I made a Wisconsin to-do list. I wanted to share with everybody. While we're here, I figured we'll do the broadcast. Josh and I will make some more money tonight gambling. We'll see a live band. 10 years playing in the ballroom later on. I wrote up a Wisconsin to-do list. Might as well get some things done while I'm here. I want to attend a cousin's wedding. I hear that cousins get married a lot over here, and I've never been to a cousin's wedding.
Just diving right in.
Has anybody been to a...
No, I haven't.
No, not yet, no.
Anybody? A cousin's wedding? And then the crowd? Make some noise? I understand that...
No one.
Someone's lying.
Nobody wants to admit it.
What happens at is everyone just on one side of the church?
That is a good question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've never done that. If I have to get the opportunity, I'm going to try. While I'm here, it's been a long time. I should go visit my son.
You have a son that lives in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Never met him before. He's about 20. His name is Clint.
Cute. That's a cute name.
Well, remember like 19, 20 years ago when everyone was naming their kid Hayden, Braden, Layden, Caden? Remember that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. His mother and I decided we're going to call him Clint.
Smart.
Yeah. I understand he runs his own business now, Josh.
Oh, what does he do?
I don't know if I'm going to tell this joke or not. This is what happens when you don't get any sleep. He's 20 now. He runs his own business. He's into body modification. He just opened his own shop. It's called Clint Piercing. What time is it? Does anyone know what time it is?
5:59.
Before I leave Wisconsin, I'm going to go to the Holy Land. The Holy Land. Madison. The birthplace of Ryan Suter. And maybe stop and get some corn on the cob at a roadside stand. That's my Wisconsin to-do list. I also want to see is it true that the toilets flush in reverse in Wisconsin?
Are you thinking of Australia?
Is that Australia?
Yeah, it's Australia.
People get them confused a lot, though.
What else is going on around here? We thanked the crowd. We talked about the money that we made last night. We talked about the presidential suites. Oh, is there anything new on your sound effects machine? This was a big hit last year. Everyone, a round of applause for Josh's sound effects machine.
Now, I regret to inform you, this is embarrassing, but the sound effects machine does not work this year. It had to be tweaked for the state fair. You're going to have to blame everybody on after 9 a.m. It's their fault. It's not working. I mean, I did bring some sound effects, like this kind of stuff, like that was me peeing last night. I'm not kidding. I was pretty much doing this, and I thought Nick's going to pound on the door and want to join me.
No, I was too depressed to hear anything in the next room. Well, that's so nice. It makes me feel like we're in our own comfortable home studios when you play the loud orgasm guy.
Yeah, and so like when Ashley chokes on her own phlegm during traffic, I brought the Charlotte Flair.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. If Wapple screws up a read, we got Ric Flair. What else do we got?
You got some things, but really, your fancy schmancy sound effects machine that was the star of our broadcast last year at Turtle Lake, it's malfunctioning?
It is.
For God's sake.
Well, I shouldn't say malfunctioning. They had to tweak it a little bit.
All right. Well, we can finger it around a little bit and see if we can get it fired up for later. Randy Shaver is going to join us later, hopefully, if everything stays technically sound. Randy Shaver. Oh, did anyone make his bet last night, and how did it go, if you don't know what I'm talking about?
A few people did.
Okay, Randy.
I did, and I have no idea. Someone tell me, how did it go? Did we do good?
I have no idea.
What's that?
Well, of course, you stayed out all night. You should make money. Well, hang on a second now. What was the exact bet? Who's got it written down?
1 second, let me pull it up here.
The under on the Blackhawks?
Avalanche.
Yeah, but I don't know what the number was at.
Right, either do I.
Huh?
6.5.
Turn 5.
And the Avalanche won 4-0, so that bet hit.
All right. Well, I'm sure Randy will want to brag about that, but
cool.
He's a big-time degenerate gambler. He recommended we make that bet last night, and sounds like it paid off. All right, cool. It's good to know.
I just saw the sign. Who put the Good Day Josh sign up?
You just saw that now.
Good Day Josh? What is that a reference
Absolutely
to?
hilarious.
Oh, yeah, once you embarrassed yourself by saying good day to somebody.
I was at a doctor. If you haven't heard, I don't know why this happened. I'm embarrassed it happened. I was at a doctor's office, and the lady's like, hey, you're ready to come back? And she's like, hello. And I said, good day. I don't know why I said good day.
Because you're the cutest peckerhead in town.
I've never said it before.
Good day. I remember that conversation because then someone texted in and said they had an obsession with saying ahoy to people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good day.
Good day and ahoy. Everyone should have that in their arsenal. All right, well, there you go. What time do you start selling booze around here? Right now?
Are you serious? God, Wisconsin.
I know. I love it.
If we were in Minnesota, you'd have to wait till 8.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Awesome.
Who's drinking already, aside from Ashley's boyfriend? I think he wants to get drunk.
Yeah, he needs it.
Hey, still waiting for that apology, by the way. Brought it up like 25 minutes ago.
You'll never get it, Josh. You'll never get it.
You know this?
Oh, they're selling hooch already. We're just getting started. I can't believe it. Honestly, it's great that Ollie is committed yourself to this weekend. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the kind words we got last night about our program.
And nice to you to show up this early, too. That's awesome.
Yeah, no kidding.
Good day to all of you.
Good day and ahoy to each and every one. Let's take a little break ski. We'll come back in a few minutes here on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Our experienced and certified technicians at Standard Heating have been trusted to keep our fellow Minnesotans comfortable and confident for over 90 years. We're ready to do the same for you, providing comfort you deserve since 1930.
And now is a great time to join their team. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is currently hiring experienced and entry-level HVAC technicians, dedicated to improving the work-life balance of their employees by providing benefits that include parental leave and 401k match. Apply today at standardheating.com.
We're all juggling life, a career, and trying to build a little bit of wealth. The Brown Ambition podcast with host Mandy and Tiffany the Budgetnista can help.
If I do even consider lending, I always ask myself, will this solve the problem? So I know you don't have your money for mortgage because you don't have a job. So what happens next month? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to have to think about the next month. Now, it's another thing if you're like, hey, Tiffany, I have $1,000 left to pay on my car and then I'm car note free and I'll be able to pay you back, the 3 months I used to pay my car note. That solves the problem.
Brown Ambition.
Wherever you listen.
It's time to eat some eggs, win some chips, and stare at the half-ass morning show live from St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake, on 93X.
All right, the cool radio guy said everything that I planned on saying.
Well, let's go to break.
One less thing.
Here we go. Yeah, welcome back to the Half-Ass Morning Show here live from St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake, with a very shady-looking live audience. Hi, everyone.
Good morning to you. Good day.
Hi, everyone. Let me tell you something. It's a real thrill to be in the state where Scott Baio filmed the movie The Boy Who Drank Too Much back in 1980.
I saw the statue on my way here.
Anybody?
Never seen
Anybody?
it.
The Boy Who Drank Too Much, 1980.
What's it about?
Scott Baio.
We have one person to see.
What? Really? Is this like the guy who raised his head and said he'd been up all night? You haven't seen.
He was joking.
Who here is old enough for the after-school specials that we used to watch?
I used to love the after-school
Okay, now we got all these hands saying they remember the after-school specials. You don't remember The Boy Who Drank Too Much starring Scott Baio?
I've been living that movie my entire life.
Someone says they've been living that life. All right. There's so many other interesting things about Wisconsin. Oh, Wapple.
Yeah.
WWE superstar Hornswoggle lives in Wisconsin somewhere, doesn't he?
Well aware of that. Well aware.
So we got the Scott Baio movie from 1980, The Boy Who Drank Too Much. This is the home state of Hornswoggle.
Ooh, and Mr. Kennedy.
Wait for it.
Kennedy.
He's also from Wisconsin.
That was great.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're pretty much out of material, so we could use the crowd to help us out at this point.
I actually had a backup plan. If things weren't going well in the broadcast, I was going to sit in the audience and heckle you guys. It seemed like kind of the good alternative. You're going to save me a seat? Is that what you're saying?
We had some things that we were going to try out with this glorious crowd. Well, I got bongo drums, I guess, if things really slow down. Dude brought me bongo drums, same dude that brought me bongo drums last year. We'll see where that goes. But we did have an idea. Oh, I should have talked to somebody before we went live. We did have an idea of like a casino confessional. And here's where I'm going with that. Just to get to know you a little better here, this live crowd. We were going to have folks come on up, write down some kind of a confession, and we'll have to get some pieces of paper and a hat to put it in or something, to put your little slips in. Just write down some kind of confession. We'll look through them, and we'll see if we can match up the confession with the member of our live audience.
Oh, this sounds fun.
Because some of yous we got to know a little bit last night, a little bit last year. And we'll just see where we go with this. Now, it doesn't have to be something life-altering. Maybe you rode an elevator with Jay Leno or something, or your cow won the blue ribbon at the county fair. But if it is something really, how should I say this, scandalous, something really interesting, it will better your chances of us reading it on the air. And I think if it's really sleazy, you'll probably get the respect of this friggin' crowd.
Yeah, for sure. Might feel good to get it off your chest,
Definitely.
too.
Yeah.
There's something so therapeutic about that, isn't there, Josh?
It really is.
Absolutely.
So we'll try to get that set up. Until then, so keep that in mind. If you got something, doesn't have to be the kind of stuff you see on the news, something really shocking or whatever. We'll try to guess who made what confession. But we had a listener who was here last year, and again, she's here this year, who, totally unnecessary, but she's brought us gifts. And this is, I think, also supposed to be some kind of a guessing game.
It is, yeah, that's what I was told.
We are going to yank these gifts out of a bag, and then we guess which gift was meant for which member of this miserable radio show. Where the hell did the gifts go?
Right, sit right next to you. Right down there.
Right there.
The gifts come from a lady, I remember this much. Everyone has their Jesus and she's name. Her name includes something about anal. I don't remember where it
then it starts with anal.
Yes.
Doesn't it always?
Yes, it does.
All the best things in life do.
If, in fact, you know what you're doing, yes.
Anal glands expressing Jesus. Did I get that right?
She does that for dogs.
Did you hear that that's you?
I love that in the crowd. Someone's like, no way, that's you! Building friendships.
There she is.
Why wouldn't you stand up and try to gather a round of applause? Anal glands expressing Jesus. You do that with dogs and such at a veterinarian clinic? Is that right? You have to scream your ass off.
Dog grooming.
Dog grooming.
She said humans.
Wapple grooming.
What a gig. What a gig. At the dog groomer, you have to play with the dog's anal. Hey, you know what? I noticed something. This year you didn't bring your husband.
Yeah, where's he at?
He didn't make it this year.
He's in prison, she said.
They got divorced, she said.
He looked iffy. He did. Last year when you brought him, he looked iffy. All right, is this how you want it done? Anal glands, Jesus, expressing. Do you want me just not look? I pull the gift out the bag and then we try to figure out who it's for.
Should we pull them all out at the same? That might be better, right?
Just pour it out onto the table and then
you just describe what you got.
It's a box of fish sticks.
Oh. Do
you have to come up here? I can't understand a word that's being said.
Like for your mouth, like you put the fish sticks. I hear what you're saying.
That mic that's not plugged into anything. This is going to be fun.
It's wireless.
Oh.
Fancy. We're getting fancy.
Welcome to the times.
Yeah. It's wireless. It's a wireless mic.
Okay, fish sticks. Go ahead. What's happening?
That is for the potluck.
For the...
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. How many of you are aware of the Nick and Josh hot tub party potluck?
You know, thanks to those that joined us last night. That was a lot of fun.
We could have used these last night.
We sure could have.
We had no fish.
Last night.
We had no fish products last night. The Nick and Josh potluck hot tub meet and greet. It was an unbelievable event. So these were meant for the potluck. They're frozen.
I already have a guess, but let's see what else we got.
We'll keep these till next year. So we're supposed to guess who these were meant for. Well, it's got to be me or Josh.
I'm going to say Nick.
No, it's not for anyone. That was for everyone. That was for the potluck.
For the potluck.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Maybe have you stand by Wapple.
Good idea.
And usually I wouldn't want anybody to have to do that, but if you get back by Wapple, that might help with the feedback a little.
The next gift from the grab bag appears to be some kind of a kazoo or something. What the hell is this?
Ooh, that's for you.
A slide whistle? Is that what this is?
Yep.
What the hell am I going to do with a slide whistle?
Oh, maybe when somebody tells a bad joke.
Yeah.
Slide it out.
Slide it out. So you want me to play this damn thing right now?
Yes.
All right, I've never played a slide whistle before. Are there any professionals in the audience? Hey, look at that.
I just happened to bring a slide whistle sound effect. That's the first time I've ever used it.
That's awesome.
You knew it was going to come in handy one day.
I had no idea.
Well, now, why would I want a slide whistle again? Just for fun?
Yeah, I don't know.
Should I try to play it along with the bongo drums that the dude?
Yes.
Now, when I put my mouth on this, am I going to? Is there
AIDS?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I haven't tried it out yet. I promise.
I've never tried this, but I'll try it live on the radio. It's stinking slide whistle.
Sorry, I should have known.
Dude, that's awesome.
You're a pro.
Yeah.
That was cool. I'm jealous.
Slide whistle prodigy over there.
I'd like to try to do it with the bongo drums, but I'll probably be a disaster. All right, I see where you're going with this. This is fun. You want to hear another tune?
Yeah.
All right. I feel like I'm working on the Bugs Bunny show back in 1953 or something. That's a very clever gift, though.
You could punctuate a stupid joke with that, too.
Oh. Wow.
You know, like some people might have made regrettable decisions last night, right? You're partying, you're in Wisconsin, you're out of the area code, cheating doesn't count, all that kind of stuff. You've heard it before.
Sure.
And for those that haven't yet, you've made one now because I'm going to read you a dad joke.
Oh.
That, Nick, you can punctuate with that. The sporting goods store is having a sale on canoes. Did you hear this?
Oh, that's exciting.
Did you hear about this one? It's quite the ordeal. That's perfect.
Love it.
You gave us a wonderful gift and you didn't even know it.
There's a dude who listens to our show who threatens me daily because he hates the bell that Wapple rings all the time.
He is angry about it.
He's going to want, I think he probably would enjoy this replacing the bell. So at least we can make him happy. And I'm happy. That's fun. All right, what else is happening here? I got my bag full of gifts. You order this from Japan, the slide whistle? Mm-hmm. All the way from Japan?
I don't think that's
my
Jet.
God, it's a dead kitten. What the hell?
Stop.
Oh,
it's a little frozen
Ashley.
dead kitten, and it has a pencil stabbed through it. What is happening?
Oh my gosh.
That is evil.
The next gift is Happy Pop. I have no idea what this is. Go ahead and tell us what it is.
That's for Wapple.
What is it?
Open it up, Wapple.
All right, pass it down to Wapple.
It's probably marijuana.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is, dummy.
Oh, they're socks.
Socks.
Yeah. It says, please do not disturb. They're wrestling socks.
Oh, cool.
Like you put them on and then you wrestle people?
Okay, I am watching wrestling. Do not disturb. So I have them on my feet, so when I kick up my
socks
feet,
on the feet. Okay.
you just read it.
Well, I'll be damned.
That's awesome.
That's adorable. And they're also grippy, so when I run to go to the bathroom, I won't fall.
Don't your footy pajamas have grips on the bottom of them too, on the feet?
No, but it does have a butt flap.
Are you serious?
Do you often have to run real fast to the bathroom to go potty in between commercials?
Yeah, it comes up on me. It spooks me sometimes. I gotta go. See you guys.
Well, we don't want anybody falling down, so that's a very nice gift.
Thank you.
Oh, next up in the prize bag is a poop emoji farting pen.
Oh, I know who that's for.
This thing apparently makes 7 different rip-roaring fart sounds.
I know exactly who that's for.
Well, who's it for?
It's for Randy Shaver.
Randy Shaver, is that correct?
Thank God, I hope it is.
He
Is it?
loves poop humor.
Yes.
Oh, this is fantastic.
In case you're just tuning in, these gifts have been presented to us by a listener, Anal Glands Expressing Jesus. Who is the poop emoji pen for?
Josh.
For Josh.
Can you hear this? No.
Yeah, just barely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no.
Because
all right, now I'll do the sound effect.
Yeah. Seriously, get the sound effects thing going. So, is that because he normally runs the fart sound effects on the program?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
This is great.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Oh, for God's sake, there's so much stuff in here. I can guess this one. It's a Mario Kart keychain.
Oh!
That's for me, right?
Ashley.
Put on my keys right now. Thank you very much. This is
cute.
awesome.
Mario Kart keychain for Dana.
Take that. Definitely better than Dana at Mario Kart Jesus. I just got a keychain.
Wow. This is a very interesting gift. Very clever stuff that you've presented to us this morning. And what I'm holding in my hand, the next gift, is memory mints. Little box of mints for senior moments.
Oh, that's you.
That's perfect.
Would this
You get the slide whistle.
And they're extra strong. Pardon me? What about a slide
You
whistle?
got the slide whistle.
Yeah, I forgot about
Oh, then who the hell are the... I'm the one who's can't remember anything.
Yeah.
Shaver.
For Randy Shaver.
Yeah. He's getting up there, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's old. He's old and stupid
He's gotten ugly.
and very unattractive. Okay, well, remember, that's very nice. We'll remember to give those to Randy. And finally, it's a calendar of dogs taking a poop.
Oh, that's awesome. I was looking for one of those.
The 12-month dog lovers pooping calendar.
I don't know if I'm supposed to love that or hate it.
I think you should love it.
I have mixed emotions right now.
God, help us.
You love dogs. You hate poop.
You know, I'm okay. Look at this now, everybody. I'm okay with the dog just getting into the pose. That doesn't bother me. But many of the pictures, they're just in mid-coil.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Poor little terrified-looking chihuahua wondering why a camera's being pointed. They're nervous little animals in the damn first place. Why are you filming me? What is this going on? Is this going to be on Reddit or something? Why are you?
That's their most vulnerable time.
Is this going to be on Pornhub? Why are you?
Oh, you're into some weird stuff.
So this is, I would bet, for Smashley because she's a psycho dog lover. Yes.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I need a calendar.
You are a sweet, sweet lady.
Yeah, thank you so much. Very kind of you.
We thank a round of applause for anal glands expressing Jesus. Okay, let's just move over a little bit to the right, everybody. Everybody on 3, we're going to move very slowly to the right. You ready? 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Did we have any confessions yet? Or are we still working on that bit? I haven't seen anybody come up here.
No. Oh, here we go. We got one.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, if you hand it to us,
No.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to it later. Like I said, this is something we could attack later. If it works, great. If it doesn't, that's all right. If you have...
I'd like to get to know some folks.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have some kind of a casino confession, any damn thing, come on up. Or we'll pass out some pieces of paper. You write it down. We'll put it in a hat. We won't look at who's doing what. And then later we'll try to guess which member of our live audience made that particular confession. Could be any damn thing. Wow, how about these nice gifts, huh?
Yeah, it's great. Wonderful. I was not expecting something like this. You know, some days you just wake up and someone gives you a farting emoji poop pen.
Yeah.
That makes life worth living again.
And you realize you've made it, man. You've made it.
I'm telling you. I guess through these gifts, I've learned that we must be quite obsessed with feces.
It appears that way.
On this morning program.
You're listening to the Half-Assed Morning Show, live from St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake.
That was dramatic.
On 93X.
Oh, but even a big pause.
I didn't know we had that happening this morning. All those grand introductions by the career big voice radio guy. It's interesting here, Josh. The crowd has suddenly turned on us. Have you ever heard booing like this before? Listen to the way they're booing us. I don't know what happened.
What did we do?
Did
I
we
wasn't
say
expecting
something?
that.
The crowd has turned on us here at St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake. We're going to have to fight our way out of here, I believe. The mood has soured. We appreciate you being here. What else is going on here on the Half-Assed Morning Show? Wisconsin's different. Here we are in Wisconsin. I was saying earlier, Wisconsin's different. I was just looking at Halloween's coming up. I was just looking at a list. I don't care about this kind of stuff, but I found something. The top-selling Halloween candies. Who gives a rat's ass? But I noticed that the number one top-selling Halloween candy in Wisconsin, it's listed as Boone's Farm Raspberry.
They start the kids young.
It's different here. It's different here. And then you go Skittles, and I don't care. Do we have any women in the audience this morning who have a tramp stamp? Holler out. If you're a lady in our listening audience who have a tramp stamp is the term.
Well, I know for sure one does.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Who would that be?
My girlfriend sitting right over there.
Yeah, why didn't she holler out?
We all know.
I'm glad you're finally on board, Dana.
Is there a less offensive term for the tramp stamp? It's the only one I've ever heard, so that's why I'm still dumping it out there.
I've never heard one.
No.
What is? Do you want to go any further with this, Dana? Any more? Do you want to give away any more personal information about your girlfriend's tramp stamp?
Nick was here. And will be again.
And then there's a list of all the dates, and it is lengthy.
Yes. It's like.
Did you notice yesterday's date?
Yeah, I noticed fresh ink this morning. What the hell did that happen?
It's like when the prisoners check off every day, on the wall of their cell. Well, I don't want to put you in a tough spot.
it's your normal, just kind of designy type thing.
Oh, the classic tramp stamp.
Right, yeah.
So I don't blame you if you don't want to, raise your hand or make any noise, but I find it hard to believe believe the tramp stamp was so freaking popular. There's really only one lady here with the. It's a slot machine.
Are you serious? That's
you have
hilarious.
a slot machine tramp stamp. Is it all cherries? It's all cherries.
Is there
everyone's a winner. Everyone's a winner. All sevens. That's interesting. You must really like the casino. She really likes the damn casino. Have they thrown you out of here before?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet? All right. How long ago did you get this? I mean, was this like a drunken 21-year-old decision, or?
No.
No, more recent than that.
second husband. Yeah, second husband from 21 years ago.
Okay. I think she said something about her second husband, and it was 21 years ago.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What about your second husband? He requested that you get the tramp stamp?
It's his nickname.
It's his nickname.
Oh, that's spicy. I like that you put that there. Then that's good.
How many husbands are you on now?
Yeah.
The second one. You're still with the guy.
Same lifelong commitment.
Okay. She's with the second.
Did you hear that, Nick? It's supposed to be a lifelong commitment when you're married.
I'm still not buying this nonsense.
I know you've only been married for a short amount of time, but you need to understand it is a lifelong commitment. That's the intended goal. Ashley, you can set this conversation out.
Should I read for the crowd the text that I got from my new wife last night?
Oh, yeah. Yes. When we were placing our bets, that was good.
We were placing bets. We were doing this, that. The hot mamas are talking to me and Cubby. When we were placing bets, well, at one point or another, she texted and said, "Did you arrive safely?" And I wrote back, "Yes, please leave me be."
Nick.
Because, I mean, come on, give a guy a friggin' break.
Yeah, she's really got that leash on.
I've only been out the house for an hour and a half.
How dare she check on your safety?
It took me an hour and a half to get here. Right from where I live. So you couldn't wait an hour and a half. Are you all right? Shut up. You know, I'm a grown man. You think I can't make it to friggin' Wisconsin by myself? I hate her. And then later on, she said, direct text message. The question simply was, "Are you committing adultery?"
And it took you a while to get back because you were in the middle of adultery, but what did you say back?
I said, "Who is this?" So I was asking about the tramp stamps because I was just reading that young people, guys and girls, are bringing this back. It's becoming a thing again. Whereas, I don't know if I remember correctly, I think it became the tattoo in what, late 90s?
Yeah, late 90s. You know, but then the jean styles were different, right? You had the whale tails where the underpants were sticking out.
Some low-rise jeans.
Yeah, low-rise. Now that's not the style anymore.
God help us, those were glorious days.
Hey, I have news for you guys, though. They're coming back.
The low-rise jeans?
Well, you know,
I've seen a couple guys walking around Wisconsin in it.
I was going to say, I'm going to get a pair tomorrow.
It's only natural for, the trends to come and go, and what's old is new again. Sure, so I wait for the low-rise jeans trend. I wait with bated breath because I was a massive fan of that. The tramp stamp is coming back.
I've always wanted one. I think it's cute.
Wait, you've got so many tattoos. I'm surprised if you've always wanted one, you don't have one.
Yeah, I'm trying to focus on like the upper body more, like the arms and stuff before I.
Because you're gonna go full
start
sleeves,
traveling
right?
down. Yeah. Yep.
What would you get back there?
I want something like typical, like maybe a butterfly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Butterfly. I get it.
Back in the day when the tramp stamp took off, they credit Britney Spears, Christina's Aguilera, and Jessica Alba for, all the young ladies wanted to mimic those gals. And why wouldn't you? My goodness. Listen to that list of... They talk about the movie Wedding Crashers here in this article, where there's the line where they say a tramp stamp might as well be a bullseye for easy sex.
Love that movie.
So we'll see about this.
It did kind of seem like the public perception of the tramp stamp kind of shifted almost overnight, where it went from the trendy tattoo to all of a sudden being, oh, gross.
Yeah, I suppose that happened.
Really? Oh, there was tramp stamp shaming?
Oh, yeah, big time.
That's not right.
And also, all right, so we'll see if the trend goes in the direction that the article tells us, that the tramp stamp is going to make a raging comeback. I also have in front of me, because everybody's tattooed now. Make some noise if you have a tattoo, at least one.
Really?
Everybody, every swinging D, and whatever the opposite of that is. So holler out if you have any of these. This is the official index of basic tattoos. Don't be offended. The official index of basic tattoos. Holler out if you have any of the following. Nautical stars. Okay.
Nope.
No one.
Tribal tattoos.
I got one. Yeah, I see a couple people raising their hands.
Holler really loud. We can't hear jack squat up here. Thank you. Sparrows. Really?
Really?
Oh, I've heard girls would have like the two sparrows and then holding like a banner, and the banner says something.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that a couple times.
What's the significance there?
I have no idea.
I recognize what you're saying.
And then
over here, the banner says "Go Badgers." It's really obnoxious. What now, Wapple?
I knew this girl in high school. Obviously, I never saw
this has
it.
got to be a BS story.
I'm not going to say, obviously, I never saw it, but she had like two parrots on either side of the hoo-ha.
Whoa. On her hip bones there?
Yeah. I've seen that.
Interesting. Parrots.
That's because she had sex with the late, great Jimmy Buffett, I believe.
He left his mark.
Holler out again if you have these basic tattoos. Ashley, here's butterflies. You just said you wanted butterflies? All right.
Oh, really?
Classic.
The first time I ever went to a gentleman's club, the lady had her privates, the butterfly wings on the outside.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'd imagine. I mean, she was quite the star back in the day.
Yes, this was at, as my dad would say, Deja Vu.
Yeah, Deja Vu.
Yes. I remember her. She was crazy popular.
Well, yeah, because she'd make the wings go.
Oh, no.
Wait, so they were on the inside of her thigh then?
No.
Or higher than that?
Okay, you know what a butterfly looks like? Right, so the middle part was... right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Isn't that something? I mean, she left an impression on a lot of young fellas back in the early 90s, because Cubby and I, we remember. Chinese symbols. Holler out.
My wife has one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does she know what it says?
Yeah,
Nobody
like when
knows.
that happens.
Nobody knows.
When people try to get something in like a different language and it says something completely opposite. It's awesome.
Next on the list of basic tattoos, roses.
Oh, there's a big one there.
Tiny little hearts.
Oh, I have a heart.
One woman keeps clapping for all of these. She and Ashley.
I don't think she knows what's going on.
Are the most tattooed. Oh, I love this one. An anchor. Yeah. Remember the story of the guy I was drinking? If any West Metro people are listening, I was drinking at a joint that no longer is in existence. It was called the Country House, and it was in Medicine Lake, Minnesota. Country House. And it was kind of a rough crowd, but we loved it for that reason. And a dude at the bar had his right sleeve rolled up. He's very drunk. And he had taken a magic marker and drawn an anchor on his...
It was that bad?
On his right shoulder. No, it was. That legitimately, that's what he did.
Oh, legit.
Maybe on the car ride over, I don't know. But he had drawn an anchor with a magic marker on his right shoulder. And he eyeballed me for an hour from across the bar. And he would kind of display his shoulder. And stare at me, and stare at me, and stare. And I thought, Jesus, I'm going to have to get in a knife fight on the way out of this joint. And he comes over to me, and I'm thinking, I said to my buddies, I said, I don't know what's going to happen here, but brace yourselves. And the guy walks up to me, we get about nose to nose, and he goes, hey, you staring at my tattoo? Are you staring at my tattoo? And I said, no, I'm not staring at nothing. Don't stare at my tattoo. And he walked away.
The guy showing off his tattoo.
That is so scary.
What else is in here? Oh, barbed wire. There's got to be someone in here with a barbed wire tattoo.
That was cool
we're in
for a while.
Wisconsin. Come on.
Shout out Wally Zerbiak.
Wally Zerbiak had that look?
Yeah.
He's a cool dude. Oh, and then names of things or people. Names of things or people. You have that. names of people?
Yeah, I had to think about it. That's right. That's why I have it there, so I can remember my kids' names.
There you go. Hey, guess what? Coming up very soon, Randy Shaver will be joining us. Any Randy Shaver fans out there?
Why?
Wow. There's a guy that did the universal hand signal for kinda. Twisted his hand back and forth.
Hit or miss.
Take him or leave him.
He's an old man now. He's just a broken down old man.
It's the Border Bash broadcast with the Half-Ass Morning Show. Live from St. Croix Casino Turtle Lake on 93X.
We're not paying that guy, are we? Oh, I'm in room 359.
Good to know.
Jesus. So I had to, right?
Yeah, I get it.
I had to.
Yeah, understandable.
Everyone's thinking it.
Yep.
There were so many requests. It's about time.
My God. Here we are. We have returned back live at St. Croix Casino Turtle Effin Lake in Wisconsin. And with all the excitement of this crazy live crowd.
Yeah, thank you.
There we go.
Well, maybe the crazy part. I'm not so sure about the live part. Seems like people aren't too lively yet.
They're getting their breakfast finally. They got to get their energy for the day.
Stop siding with the crowd, Ashley. I hate that. Are you on our side or are you on the crowd side?
I'm on your side.
Because this is going to be a showdown. It's going to be a frig. I don't care how many of you there are.
We can take them.
With all the excitement of the live audience and the live broadcast, we've forgotten to thank the wonderful sponsors who helped us with this caper, Minnesota Fat Loss and Stittsworth Meats. Are they here? Are the people from these? I would imagine the Minnesota Fat Loss people would be very fit. And the Stittsworth Meat people would be covered in animal blood. Are they here this morning? Wherever you are,
Waffle,
thank
say
you.
the Stittsworth slogan.
Here we go. Don't have a Fitsworth. Grab yourself a Stittsworth.
There he is.
Oh, there we got our Stittsworth guy right there.
Is he not the cutest little Muppet of all time?
He is.
Thank you very, very much to those folks for helping us out. We wouldn't be here without them. I have good news for the remainder of the broadcast. We've gotten some pretty interesting confessions. Some pretty interesting casino confessions. We brought this up a little earlier on the show just for laughs and just for an opportunity to get to know you a little bit better. We had you walk on up, or you can do it right at your table. Write down a little confession. It doesn't have to be anything earth-shattering. It could be anything interesting about you. But, the sleazier the better also. Keep that in mind. Write those down. Where are we putting them? We got somewhere to put them?
Yep, come up over to the promotions table.
Promotions table?
Yep, there. We got a couple via text. Some guy wanted us to know that he peed on the carpet last night.
Oh, God.
And he's not sure if it was a good or bad night. You've had that before, right?
Yeah, been there, done that.
Oh, I've had plenty of nights where I didn't know if it was good or bad, but I was always able to make it into the toilet for that procedure.
I did not one time. I turned my PS4 into a piss S4.
Oh, that's right. You told us that.
Yeah, I got really drunk on tequila. That was the last time I've had tequila. I went home, went into the living room, and proceeded to start peeing on my PlayStation 4. And then my roommates came home, and they're like, dude, what the hell are you doing?
They
I said,
tried
get
to
out of the
play,
bathroom. Yeah.
Well, they were watching you do it, or they just discovered the mess later?
So I had to go to the bathroom, so I was leading the charge home. And then I made it in the house first, and then, they walked in after.
Oh, okay.
Whose PS4 was it?
It was mine.
Oh, that makes it a little better.
So it was the last time you drank tequila and the last time you had a PS4.
Yeah, but my PS4 still worked, and oddly enough, now my roommate has that PS4, so joke's on him.
I wonder if Sony's going to start using that as like a marketing play. You can even piss on it and it'll still work.
That is one tough video game maker. So the confessions, we've got some good ones. I know the original idea was we'll read these confessions and we'll try to guess which one of you made the confession. At this point, I don't know how that would be possible, but it's just, I think it'd be good fun to read some of these. But just so you know, we're always welcoming more. Come on, like I said, come on up or write them down at your table, bring them over here, and we'll get to that a little bit later. Am I forgetting anything, Josh?
I think you got everything.
Coming up next, Randy Stinkin' Shaver. On the Half-Assed Morning Show?
On the radio station 93X.
Live from the casino?
And commercials.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Our experienced and certified technicians at Standard Heating have been trusted to keep our fellow Minnesotans comfortable and confident for over 90 years. We're ready to do the same for you, providing comfort you deserve since 1930.
And now is a great time to join their team. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is currently hiring experienced and entry-level HVAC technicians, dedicated to improving the work-life balance of their employees by providing benefits that include parental leave and 401k match. Apply today at standardheating.com.
Susie Schuster and Amy Trask present offbeat conversations and expert sports commentary as they ask, what the football?
When my family found out how long it took me to figure out why Charles Woodson named his wine Intercept, they said, there's a reason that you had trouble in school.
You know, not everyone knows, when they think of a bottle of Intercept, they don't know that I play football.
Well, what I've learned is a smooth defensive back can make smooth wine.
That's what it's all about.
What the Football with Susie Schuster and Amy Trask. The podcast is available Tuesdays, wherever you listen.
You're listening to the Half-Assed Morning Show, live from St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake, on 93X.
Well, it's 7:30. That's a pretty good run for us, that we made it all the way to 7:30 without a major disaster.
I thought Ashley would have some trouble by now, for sure. I was just glad she showed up.
I mean, we've done remote broadcasts before where things caught fire immediately. So making it to 7:30 is pretty good. Here's a guy, everybody. The live crowd in St. Croix, Turtle Lake, is on pins and needles. They've been waiting for you all morning long. A guy who knows his way around a casino, knows his way around a sports book, knows his way around Reddit gone wild, I hear. It's Randy Shaver, the Ass Man. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Well, we're doing all right. Everyone, it's Randy Shaver. Older guy. He can't hear you. Keep going.
Yeah, you have to do it louder.
A little louder than that. He can barely hear you.
Shaver!
What do you got going on, Randy?
I got too much hair in my ear. I can't hear you. What's that?
What do you got going on?
I'm calling you from actually my place of employment this morning because I have a live 10 a.m. high school football selection show this morning at 10. So
oh, yeah.
Preparing for that.
Special deal. You announced the brackets for the high school football tournament and all that.
That's correct. So
you're
ready for that.
Putting the makeup on and everything?
Tell me, Nick, you took my advice and you bet on the Colorado Blackhawks.
Heck yeah, we did, Randy.
No, me and Nick didn't.
Oh, you guys didn't?
No.
I did, and I know I got a couple of the listeners to join in, too.
Well, here's the deal. When Ashley made the bet, I assumed she was making it collectively for all of us.
Yeah.
I'm not joking about that. I mean, I really thought that, go ahead, Ashley, you make the bet. The answer is yes, Randy.
Good.
We took your advice. We made, and like Ashley said, a few other listeners took your advice and took the under in the Blackhawks Avalanche game last night. And there were some winners. So thank you for that, Randy. Everyone thank Randy for that wonderful piece of advice.
Thanks, Randy.
But here's the deal, Randy.
Yeah.
We didn't need your ass. We didn't need you. Josh and I went out and made a couple of bets as well. And I think, we made some kind of history, I think.
I thought so.
We got interested in sifting through, who was playing who. And then we decided, let's take, kind of the main events of the evening. Maybe I shouldn't say that because the baseball
stuff we knew we could watch.
We didn't touch baseball.
Okay.
Baseball kind of worries me. So we went with the over in the New Orleans-Jacksonville game last night.
Good for you.
A young kid at the casino looked at us like we were madmen for picking the over in that ball game. He was
quite rude.
Very rude about it.
Very rude.
Don't you guys ever watch Thursday Night Football? It's always a garbage ball game. How could you bet the over? We went through with it. We bet the over, and it turned out wonderful. And then I thought the bigger accomplishment was the two of us, Josh and I, bet the over in the Pigs game against the Kings last night.
Fantastic.
The number was 6. And for God's sake, they had 6 goals by the end of the first period.
That was awesome.
We were having a riot with that because really, and I asked the crowd that we have here live at Turtle Lake, I asked the crowd, usually it takes the Wild 3 games to total, a decent amount of goals. And here it was 10. I mean, credit to the LA Kings. They scored 7, but there was 10 in the game last night. So we had a hell of a good time with the bets.
Well, good for you. Well, then you're off to a great start.
I feel like maybe I should go to Vegas when you and your old-timer buddies from Iowa State go to Vegas. Maybe I could join you and become a junkie like you.
You don't want that. You've got enough going on in your life.
I certainly do.
It was a good start for us. Now we're worried that this is going to be all we do, some sports gambling.
Well, we'll make some bets this afternoon on some games for this evening, and that's where you come in again, Randy. We kind of gave you some homework. We gave you some homework and asked you to pick a couple of games that you thought you liked for this evening.
Well, the only thing that I really saw that I really liked tonight is the college football game between SMU and Temple.
SMU and Temple.
My advice is to take the under. I think the number's probably around 54.
Okay.
So SMU's very good. Temple's very bad. So that's my advice. 54, take the under.
All right. Anyone writing this down?
I wrote it down.
All right. Ashley wrote it down, taking the under in the high-powered SMU Mustangs versus Temple Owls game tonight.
Right. And like you, Nick, baseball makes me nervous, so I'm going to stay away from that. If I were to take a number, I would actually take the over in the Verlander game between the Astros and the Rangers.
Okay, Mr. Money Shot is pitching tonight for the Astros. Over?
I'd actually take the over. I think Texas is due to have a big night at the plate.
All right, so the over in the American League Championship Series game between the Rangers.
I think that number's probably around 5.
All right.
5 or 6.
So baseball makes you nervous, but you're going to go ahead with it, and you're offering that same advice to us.
Yes.
I can go along with it.
And then I have
live a little, right,
parlay for you for Saturday.
Oh, I like the parlay.
Jesus criminy. Now a parlay
those ones are fun.
All right, a parlay for Saturday.
All right, here you go.
Yeah.
Always bet the under when the Academy's playing.
When the Academies, it's Air Force and Navy. Okay, you always bet the under. Sure, those are traditional running programs.
Correct. So Air Force and Navy take the under. The number's probably 34, 35.
All right.
Penn State, Ohio State. It's going to be a defensive game. I'm taking the under, 45.5.
Okay.
Okay.
And Oklahoma State, West Virginia, taking the under, 49.5.
All right, we're going to write all this down. Well, Ashley's writing it all down. Everything's the under with you. What's that all about?
Do you hate points?
Well,
He has no faith.
I just think it's one of those weekends where points will come at a premium.
When you're done with television, are you going to get like a website going with some kind of crooked, be like a bookie or something like that?
That'd be a good idea.
Gosh, I would love to do that. I'm not that smart.
Okay.
You could teach like beginner classes, people who want to get into sports gambling.
Yeah, you got a good start so far. People who want to get into sports gambling.
Once Minnesota makes it legal, then I'm sure you'll see a lot of that pop up.
F the beginners. I want to see him in a classroom full of total junkies, you know what I mean? Who are they're on their last dollar, you know. And
they're all stressed with cigarettes hanging out of their mouth.
Give me some advice or they'll cut you type of a situation. It's interesting. It's interesting. We don't normally get involved in things like this, so this is kind of fun. So we appreciate your advice. We appreciate it very much.
Have some fun with it.
So we were mingling and drinking beer and, raising at least as much hell as we're capable of at our age last night. So we weren't able to pay attention to what the hell. I mean, we paid attention a little bit to the Wild and the football game, but what about baseball? What the hell happened yesterday? Diamondbacks got a win.
They did. A walk-off.
A walk-off win. Oh, yes, we did see that. Mm-hmm. So the series is now 2-1 Philadelphia. They play again today. Do you know when they play again today?
I don't have that.
Well, you dick. We're in a casino, for God's sake. You're supposed to be in charge of these things when we're out of town.
Looks like they play tonight at 7.
Okay, the night game is the National League Series, and the day game is the American League Series.
Yep, 4:07 first pitch for Astros Rangers.
And that series is now tied at 2, the American League Championship Series.
A home team cannot win in the series.
No, and the Astros just pumped them, didn't they?
They did.
Okay. All right. Anything else? What else do we need to cover? Oh, I suppose the Vikings play a Monday Night Football.
Well, if you want to be really, if you want to put yourself in a real bind, take the under in the Gopher, Iowa.
Oh,
it's the
sure.
second lowest under ever in college football.
The second lowest under ever in college football. And the number is what?
Well, I should say the number. The number is 30.5, 30 and a half.
Because both offenses struggle
awful.
like hell.
Oh, ouch.
that is.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's tomorrow afternoon. I mean, that'll be fun to watch. That'll be fun to watch because it's such a historic low number. The Iowegians and the Golden Gophers. What was I reading the other day? Tell me if you agree with this. I thought I set this aside. There's something about the Golden Gophers are the biggest disappointment of the year. Here it is. Where is it? From the Star Tribune, the Golden Gopher football program is one of college football's biggest disappointments. You agree with that?
Talking about just this year or overall?
This season. This season. Not in general in the history of the program, just this year.
Well, I would say at this point, yes, they've underachieved, but they certainly have a chance to rectify that on Saturday. If they were to upset Iowa, that would take away all the negativity, I think, at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
whether that happens or not, I doubt it very much.
It depends on how, jacked you get, about a team. It's the same. We talk about this up and down about the Minnesota Vikings, where there's a portion of their fan base that just becomes erect as soon as the game one comes around, and they're very unrealistic. So then, of course, at the end of the season, they always use the word choke or total disaster. I mean, be realistic about it, for God's sake. I say the same thing about the Golden Gophers. I mean, they got a kid playing quarterback who everyone says has a big arm, but he's inexperienced. They lost a lot of players, this and that. I mean, what the hell do you think they were going to do this year? What's happening? Is someone cocking a gun? What is that?
Randy, are you clipping your nails or something?
No, not at all.
You're all right. You're all right. All right. Well, what else are we? What else is going on, Randy Shaver?
I think that's it. Other than the Wolves won last night to close out the preseason at 5-0.
Oh, I forgot to put money on that game.
Are you kidding
Were
me?
you really going to put money on it?
Yeah, not
So
really.
like a Dennis Green type thing? They went undefeated in the preseason?
That's pretty exciting. Shut her down.
Yeah.
Preseason champions, hang the banner.
And then next week is the season opener, correct?
I think on Saturday.
Saturday. We got to wait till Saturday. I'm all in. You guys know that I'm a big sucker for the Timberwolves, so I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to the Wolves season. Looking forward to see if Rudy Gobert again can make me angrier than I ever thought possible while watching basketball. I try to be patient with that situation.
You lasted a while, longer than I would have thought.
I did. I tried to be positive about the Rudy Gobert thing.
But this is a big season, right, Nick? This is a make or break for Rudy Gobert.
How is it when your hands are that large, when someone throws you a basketball, you somehow toss it out of bounds? I don't
when
understand.
The ball looks like a ping pong ball in your hand.
Yeah, I don't understand. But I'll hold out hope again this year. So you got things to do, Randy Shaver. You got a big television program coming up. Ooh, can we watch it live at 8 a.m. while we're sitting in the sports book?
It's on at 10 a.m. this morning on care11.com, the Care11 YouTube page, and our streaming channel. So, yeah, if you want to watch it, you certainly can.
Okay, and you're sitting down with high school coaches talking about the upcoming tournament. I will give you $500 if you give the camera the middle finger during this broadcast.
Yeah, what's the over-under on that?
Probably 0.
All right, no, you can't give the finger. No, obviously you can't do that. If you pick your nose for 10 seconds.
No.
Come on.
Why not?
Do something fun. No one's watching your stupid high school football program. Do something controversial. Show us your nipple piercing on television.
This is the controversial part of my day.
This is the controversy. Send us a signal while we're all watching here from St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake. Send us a signal that you love us.
Like, what would you like to? Maybe you'd like to Carol Burnett blow my ear?
Oh, yeah, I was trying to think who did that. Carol Burnett.
Randy Shaver, do you remember the 1980 back-to-school special starring Scott Baio called The Boy Who Drank Too Much?
I don't.
Why doesn't anybody remember that?
You're the only one that does.
Scott friggin' Baio, for Christ's sake. He's a massive star.
Maybe you felt like he was talking to you. That's why it resonated.
It was so relatable.
I was 10 at the time.
Yeah.
But I had gotten started by then.
Yeah, you were definitely drinking by then.
Yeah.
You moved to the hard stuff
I'd
by
gotten
then.
started by then. Randy, all right. You go ahead and do your little program. Walk out on us. Go ahead.
Just do me a favor. Don't bet the house today. Be responsible.
We were responsible yesterday. People are booing you.
The crowd doesn't like that.
They don't like the idea of... We got some confessions coming up, Randy Shaver. Later on, you'll be doing your show and in the makeup chair or whatever. But so you just got booed for offering up the advice
For being responsible?
Yes.
Yeah, nobody likes that. Hey, we're on vacation.
That was booed. And speaking of that, later on
that
the
was
show...
that was meant for Dana.
He's the wild card for sure.
The crowd has had a difficult time understanding Dana so far. They just don't understand what's happening. We've got some confessions from our crowd coming up later. And
oh, boy.
I've looked ahead at some of them, and there are some people who have lost some damn money at the casino. I mean, and
well, you and I wouldn't know what that's like.
No, we would not.
Oh my gosh.
Because we've been mopping up ever since. It's not sports betting. It's playing cards and this and that. And I'm looking forward to. It's shocking what some of you have put yourself through.
Are those people booing me for being responsible?
Yes, that's where I'm going with this. They want to let her go. So, all right, Randy, have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us this morning. Everyone, a round of applause for Randy.
What a hell of a job you
did.
did.
Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Hope you're all winners.
I don't know how many people we have here, but I would bet maybe we could find one or two interested in your high school football show later on this morning. Talk to you on Monday, Randy.
See ya.
There he goes.
You're listening to the Half-Assed Morning Show, live from St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake, on 93X.
Well, it's 7:30. That's a pretty good run for us, that we made it all the way to 7:30 without a major disaster.
I thought Ashley would have some trouble by now, for sure. I was just glad she showed up.
I mean, we've done remote broadcasts before where things caught fire immediately. So making it to 7:30 is pretty good. Here's a guy, everybody. The live crowd in St. Croix, Turtle Lake, is on pins and needles. They've been waiting for you all morning long. A guy who knows his way around a casino, knows his way around a sports book, knows his way around Reddit gone wild, I hear. It's Randy Shaver, the Ass Man. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Well, we're doing all right. Everyone, it's Randy Shaver. Older guy. He can't hear you. Keep going.
Yeah, you have to do it louder.
A little louder than that. He can barely hear you. What do you got going on, Randy?
I got too much hair in my ear. I can't hear you. What's that?
What do you got going on?
I'm calling you from actually my place of employment this morning because I have a live 10 a.m. high school football selection show this morning at 10. So
oh, yeah.
Preparing for that.
Special deal. You announced the brackets for the high school football tournament and all that.
That's correct. So,
so
getting ready for that.
Putting the makeup on and everything?
Tell me, Nick, you took my advice and you bet on the Colorado Blackhawks.
Heck yeah, we did, Randy.
No, me and Nick didn't.
Oh, you guys didn't?
No.
I did, and I know I got a couple of the listeners to join in, too.
Well, here's the deal. When Ashley made the bet, I assumed she was making it collectively for all of us.
Yeah.
I'm not joking about that. I mean, I really thought that, go ahead, Ashley, you make the bet. The answer is yes, Randy.
Good.
We took your advice. We made, and like Ashley said, a few other listeners took your advice and took the under in the Blackhawks Avalanche game last night. And there were some winners. So thank you for that, Randy. Everyone thank Randy for that wonderful piece of advice.
Thanks, Randy.
But here's the deal, Randy.
Yeah.
We didn't need your ass. We didn't need you. Josh and I went out and made a couple of bets as well. And I think, we made some kind of history, I think.
I thought so.
We got interested in sifting through, who was playing who. And then we decided, well, let's take, kind of the main events of the evening. Maybe I shouldn't say that because the baseball
stuff we knew we could watch.
We didn't touch baseball.
Okay.
Baseball kind of worries me. So we went with the over in the New Orleans-Jacksonville game last night.
Good for you.
A young kid at the casino looked at us like we were madmen for picking the over in that ball game. He was
quite rude.
Very rude about it.
Very rude.
Don't you guys ever watch Thursday Night Football? It's always a garbage ball game. How could you bet the over? We went through with it. We bet the over, and it turned out wonderful. And then I thought the bigger accomplishment was the two of us, Josh and I, bet the over in the Pigs game against the Kings last night.
Fantastic.
The number was 6. And for God's sake, they had 6 goals by the end of the first period.
That was awesome.
We were having a riot with that because really, and I asked the crowd that we have here live at Turtle Lake, I asked the crowd, usually it takes the Wild 3 games to total, a decent amount of goals. And here it was 10. I mean, credit to the LA Kings. They scored 7, but there was 10 in the game last night. So we had a hell of a good time with the bets.
Well, good for you. Well, then you're off to a great start.
I feel like maybe I should go to Vegas when you and your old-timer buddies from Iowa State go to Vegas. Maybe I could join you and then become a junkie like you.
You don't want that. You've got enough going on in your life.
I certainly do.
It was a good start for us. Now we're worried that this is going to be all we do, some sports gambling.
Well, we'll make some bets this afternoon on some games for this evening, and that's where you come in again, Randy. We kind of gave you some homework. We gave you some homework and asked you to pick a couple of games that you thought you liked for this evening.
Well, the only thing that I really saw that I really liked tonight is the college football game between SMU and Temple.
SMU and Temple.
My advice is take the under. I think the number's probably around 54.
Okay.
So SMU's very good. Temple's very bad. So that's my advice. 54, take the under.
All right. Anyone writing this down?
I wrote it down.
All right. Ashley wrote it down, taking the under in the high-powered SMU Mustangs versus Temple Owls game tonight.
Right. And like you, Nick, baseball makes me nervous, so I'm going to stay away from that. If I were to take a number, I would actually take the over in the Verlander game between the Astros and the Rangers.
Okay, Mr. Money Shot is pitching tonight for the Astros.
I'd actually take the over. I think Texas is due to have a big night at the plate.
All right, so the over in the American League Championship Series game between the Rangers.
I think that number's probably around 5.
All right.
5 or 6.
So baseball makes you nervous, but you're going to go ahead with it, and you're offering that same advice to us.
Yes.
I can go along with it.
And then I have
live a little, right,
parlay for you for Saturday.
Oh, I like the parlay.
Jesus criminy. Now a parlay
those ones are fun.
All right, a parlay for Saturday.
All right, here you go.
Yeah.
Always bet the under the Academy's playing.
When the Academies, it's Air Force and Navy. Okay, you always bet the under. Sure, those are traditional running programs.
Correct. So Air Force and Navy take the under. The number's probably 34, 35.
All right.
Penn State, Ohio State. It's going to be a defensive game. I'm taking the under, 45.5.
Okay.
Okay.
And Oklahoma State, West Virginia, taking the under, 49.5.
All right, we're going to write all this down. Well, Ashley's writing it all down. Everything's the under with you. What's that all about?
Do you hate points?
Well,
He has no faith.
I just think it's one of those weekends where points will come at a premium.
When you're done with television, are you going to get like a website going with some kind of crooked, be like a bookie or something like that?
That'd be a good idea.
Gosh, I would love to do that. I'm not that smart.
Okay.
You could teach like beginner classes, people who want to get into sports gambling.
Yeah, you got a good start so far. People who want to get into sports gambling.
Once Minnesota makes it legal, then I'm sure you'll see a lot of that pop up.
Half the beginners, I want to see him in a classroom full of total junkies, you know what I mean? They're on their last dollar, you know. And
they're all stressed with cigarettes hanging out of their mouth.
Give me some advice or they'll cut you type of a situation. It's interesting. It's interesting. We don't normally get involved in things like this, so this is kind of fun. So we appreciate your advice. We appreciate it very much.
Good. Have some fun with it.
So we were mingling and drinking beer and, raising at least as much hell as we're capable of at our age last night. So we weren't able to pay attention to what the hell. I mean, we paid attention a little bit to the Wild and the football game, but what about baseball? What the hell happened yesterday? Diamondbacks got a win.
They did. A walk-off.
A walk-off win. Oh, yes, we did see that. Mm-hmm. So the series is now 2-1 Philadelphia. They play again today. Do you know when they play again today?
I don't have that.
Well, you dick. We're in a casino, for God's sake. You're supposed to be in charge of these things when we're out of town.
Looks like they play tonight at 7.
Okay, the night game is the National League Series, and the day game is the American League Series.
Yep, 4:07 first pitch for Astros-Rangers.
And that series is now tied at 2, the American League Championship Series.
A home team cannot win in the series.
No, and the Astros just pumped them, didn't they?
They did.
Okay. All right. Anything else? What else do we need to cover? Oh, I suppose the Vikings play Monday Night Football.
Well, if you want to be really, if you want to put yourself in a real bind, take the under in the Gopher, Iowa.
Oh,
it's the
sure.
second lowest under ever in college football.
The second lowest under ever in college football. And the number is what?
Well, I should say the number. The number is 30.5, 30 and a half.
Because both offenses struggle
awful.
Like hell.
Oh, ouch.
That is.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's tomorrow afternoon. I mean, that'll be fun to watch. That'll be fun to watch because it's such a historic low number. The Iowegians and the Golden Gophers. What was I reading the other day? Tell me if you agree with this. I thought I set this aside. There's something about the Golden Gophers are the biggest disappointment of the year. Here it is. Where is it? From the Star Tribune, the Golden Gopher football program is one of college football's biggest disappointments. You agree with that?
Talking about just this year or overall?
This season. Not in general in the history of the program, just this year.
Well, I would say at this point, yes, they've underachieved, but they certainly have a chance to rectify that on Saturday. If they were to upset Iowa, that would take away all the negativity, I think, at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
whether that happens or not, I doubt it very much.
It depends on how, jacked you get, about a team. It's the same. We talk about this up and down about the Minnesota Vikings, where there's a portion of their fan base that just becomes erect as soon as the game one comes around, and they're very unrealistic. So then, of course, at the end of the season, they always use the word choke or total disaster. I mean, be realistic about it, for God's sake. I'd say the same thing about the Golden Gophers. I mean, they got a kid playing quarterback who everyone says has a big arm, but he's inexperienced. They lost a lot of players, this and that. I mean, what the hell do you think they were going to do this year? What's happening? Is someone cocking a gun? What is that?
Randy, are you clipping your nails or something?
No, not at all.
You're all right. You're all right. All right. Well, what else is going on, Randy Shaver?
I think that's it. Other than the Wolves won last night to close out the preseason at 5-0.
Oh, I forgot to put money on that game.
Are you kidding
me? Were you really going to put money on it?
Yeah, not
so
really.
Like a Dennis Green type thing? They went undefeated in the preseason?
That's pretty exciting. Shut her down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Preseason champions, hang the banner.
And then next week is the season opener, correct?
I think on
Saturday. We got to wait till Saturday. I'm all in. You guys know that I'm a big sucker for the Timberwolves, so I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to the Wolves season. Looking forward to see if Rudy Gobert again can make me angrier than I ever thought possible while watching basketball. I try to be patient with that situation.
You lasted a while, longer than I would have thought.
I did. I tried to be positive about the Rudy Gobert thing.
But you know this is a big season, right, Nick? This is a make or break for Rudy Gobert.
How is it when your hands are that large, when someone throws you a basketball, you somehow toss it out of bounds? I don't
when
understand.
The ball looks like a ping pong ball in your hand.
Yeah, I don't understand. But I'll hold out hope again this year. So you got things to do, Randy Shaver. You got a big television program coming up. Ooh, can we watch it live at 8 a.m. while we're sitting in the sports book?
It's on at 10 a.m. this morning on care11.com, the Care11 YouTube page, and our streaming channel. So, yeah, if you want to watch it, you certainly can.
Okay, and you're sitting down with high school coaches talking about the upcoming tournament. I will give you $500 if you give the camera the middle finger during this broadcast.
Yeah, what's the over-under on that?
Probably 0.
All right, no, you can't give the finger. No, obviously you can't do that. If you pick your nose for 10 seconds.
No.
Come on.
Why not?
Do something fun. No one's watching your stupid high school football program. Do something controversial. Show us your nipple piercing on television.
This is the controversial part of my day.
This is the controversy. Send us a signal while we're all watching here from St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake. Send us a signal that you love us.
Like, what would you like to? Maybe you'd like to Carol Burnett blow my ear?
Oh, yeah, I was trying to think who did that. Carol Burnett.
Randy Shaver, do you remember the 1980 back-to-school special starring Scott Baio called The Boy Who Drank Too Much?
I don't.
Why doesn't anybody remember that?
You're the only one that does.
Scott friggin' Baio, for Christ's sake. He's a massive star.
Maybe you felt like he was talking to you. That's why it resonated.
It was so relatable.
I was 10 at the time.
Yeah.
But I had gotten started by then.
Yeah, you were definitely drinking by then.
Yeah.
You moved to the hard stuff
I'd
by
gotten
then.
started by then. Randy, all right. You go ahead and do your little program. Walk out on us. Go ahead.
Just do me a favor. Don't bet the house today. Be responsible.
We were responsible yesterday. People are booing you.
The crowd doesn't like that.
They don't like the idea of... We got some confessions coming up, Randy Shaver. Later on, you'll be doing your show and in the makeup chair or whatever. But so you just got booed for offering up the advice
for being responsible?
Yes.
Yeah, nobody likes that. Hey, we're on vacation.
That was booed. And speaking of that, later on
that was meant for Dana.
He's the wild card for sure.
The crowd has had a difficult time understanding Dana so far. They just don't understand what's happening. We've got some confessions from our crowd coming up later. And
oh, boy.
I've looked ahead at some of them, and there are some people who have lost some damn money at the casino. I mean, and
you and I wouldn't know what that's like.
No, we would not.
Oh my gosh.
Because we've been mopping up ever since. It's not sports betting. It's playing cards and this and that. And I'm looking forward to. It's shocking what some of you have put yourself through.
Are those people booing me for being responsible?
Yes, that's where I'm going with this. They want to let her go. So, all right, Randy, have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us this morning. Everyone, a round of applause for Randy.
What a hell of a job you
did.
did.
Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Hope you're all winners.
I don't know how many people we have here, but I would bet maybe we could find one or two interested in your high school football show later on this morning. Talk to you on Monday, Randy.
See ya.
There he goes.
The 93X Half-Ass Morning Show.
Our experienced and certified technicians at Standard Heating have been trusted to keep our fellow Minnesotans comfortable and confident for over 90 years. We're ready to do the same for you, providing comfort you deserve since 1930.
And now is a great time to join their team. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is currently hiring experienced and entry-level HVAC technicians, dedicated to improving the work-life balance of their employees by providing benefits that include parental leave and 401k match. Apply today at standardheating.com.
In 1995, veteran police officer Michael Chappell was convicted of armed robbery and murder and has spent the past 30 years in prison. The true crime podcast, In the Land of Lies, explores the untold side to this story, one that could prove Michael Chappell is actually innocent. See why people are calling In the Land of Lies incredible, phenomenal, and a must-hear podcast. Binge the entire series now, and new episodes are coming soon. Imperative Entertainment presents In the Land of Lies. Get the podcast wherever you listen.
It's time to eat some eggs, win some chips, and stare at the half-ass morning show live from St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake, on 93X.
Hey, here we go, the 93X half-ass morning show. Now we're getting somewhere. It's our live from the St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake edition of the program. And what a crowd we have here. Go ahead, make yourselves known out there.
Thanks again, folks.
Absolutely unbelievable. The crowd. It's been a hell of a scene. Josh has been very popular with the ladies here.
Sure has.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
Been walking around the bar, kissing women at random like Elvis Presley used to do at the close of his shows. It's been something to see. But we're going to get things cooking now. We're going to get things going with our casino confessions. Earlier, we asked our live crowd here to make some kind of a confession, write down some kind of a confession for us that they'd be willing to share with everybody here. Throw them in a little bag, and we'll sift through them and find the keepers. We thought we'd try to guess which crowd member made which confession. That was probably biting off a little more than we can chew.
Yeah,
give us a break. It was 4 o'clock in the morning, but I think so. Now we'll read these confessions because some of them are really interesting. And if we feel like maybe we want you to elaborate a little bit, you can come on up and grab our guest microphone. Where did that go? There it is.
It's right over there.
Grab our guest microphone.
Some of them, I think, need an explanation.
Some of them might. So our casino confessions, I've been looking them through. I mentioned, if you were listening when we had Randy Shaver on, I mentioned that some of them are gambling related, casino related. How about a bunch of noise if you frequent casinos, this one or any others? Like you are big.
There's a couple.
You get into it. You're playing cards, this and that. You're pulling slots. All right. Because some of these, I don't know how you come back from some of them. Well, and some of them are glorious. Some of these casino stories are quite glorious. Okay, I mean, we'll start. I don't play cards. We were talking about it on the program a day or two ago. I'm not a frequent casino guy. So, I mean, I don't know if this is horrible, if this is average. Somebody confessed that they set a $100 limit for themselves and ended up losing $600 in an hour.
Oh, holy cow.
Now, for those of you who are frequent casino card players and whatnot, would that scare the hell out of you to lose $600 in an hour? Make some noise if that would scare the hell out of you. Mm-hmm. That's nothing then. You're not making any noise. So.
I'm getting the chills from people shaking their head.
What is it that some of you do for a living that you can lose $600 in an hour?
Was it possible whoever that person was went up? Right? They won a bunch on that 100 and then lost, ended up losing. I don't know what they
That's
mean.
true. That's true.
Good.
$600 in an hour.
There goes my paycheck.
For the whole month.
Yeah, Wapple's back living in his folks' basement.
I'm trying to start my own card counting business.
You're a prostitute on a street corner, whatever. Now, some of these stories, like I said, are unbelievable. There's some details here. I'm going to leave out the details. But there's somebody in this friggin' crowd who claims to have, was this pulling slots, won $73,000?
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
If you feel like elaborating, come on up.
Yeah,
if you don't, I totally understand if you don't want everyone to know that you won 73 F me running $1,000. Don't be pointing fingers at
come
people.
on, don't own her.
Why would you do that?
She doesn't want to be known because she knows we're going to hit her up for drinks later.
Do you know that guy that just sold you out in front of everybody? He stands up and points at her. This is the lady. I'd be pissed.
He sells me out a lot.
Don't give us any. Please, if you can do us a favor, don't give us any company names or anything like that, okay? But was this pulling slots?
This was a slot machine.
F me.
How long had you been there before you won that much money?
5 minutes.
Are you serious?
Hey, that's awesome.
awesome.
You know, people.
Shortest casino trip ever.
Yeah. Get the heck out of there.
Oh, that was smart.
So as soon as you pulled that winner, did you get the hell out of there?
I did.
Did they give you the giant check and everything?
Well, the dude asked if I wanted cash or a check.
Oh.
And I said, well, I don't want to get jumped in the parking lot.
Right, yeah.
That's a good point.
I'd like a check because I had people, before I even got paid out, I must have had 30 people ask me to borrow money.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
No way.
That must have been a hell of a thrill.
I was already going to send you a link to my GoFundMe and see if you'd support my band on SoundCloud.
The kicker is that I'm 55. And it was Senior Citizens Day at the casino. And I swiped my player's card, and they gave me $65 to play with.
Okay.
So I walked around. I thought, well, with their money, I'm going to bet big. I walked around. I found the biggest jackpot I could find. I sat down. My third spin, I got a bonus. Then I got a bonus within the bonus. And then it's kind of a blur from there.
That's
so
awesome.
Cool. So you were going big, in a sense. You were trying to go big.
I was betting $3.52 a spin. It was max bet.
That is incredible.
Did you already say how long ago was this?
3 months ago.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
God, I would have spent that money.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I would have spent it all that day.
What have you used the money? Are you sitting on it for future endeavors? What's going on there?
Well, I bought a new couch.
Did you? And the guy who pointed you out, is he the guy that pins you on that couch from time to time? Is that your man?
Yeah.
He's the guy that brought me the bongo drums. What's wrong with him? How about a round of applause for the richest woman any of us will ever meet?
That's awesome. Yeah, thank you for sharing.
$73,000.
Third spin. Oof.
If your wife is rich, you can wander around and hand people bongo drums for no reason.
That explains why I got new ones this year. These are fancy.
All right, name that tune. The first person who can name this tune will get, I'll buy you a soda. Are you ready? Turn down that theme music, whatever that is, if you can. Who's got it?
Journey. Sound of Silence.
No. It was Happy Birthday. I was playing it to it's for Ashley. Ashley's birthday. It's Happy Birthday to Ashley. You're all wrong.
Almost there.
All right, you can turn the theme, whatever that was, the background music. I'm sorry I blew up. What do I have here for further casino confessions? I know I had... Where the hell did I put them? Oh, they're right
there.
I knew I got piles more. We could do this for the rest of the show. Jesus Christ. Okay. I mentioned there's some casino-related stuff. Maybe I should have done this one first before we did the Miss America over here with all the cash. But this is kind of interesting. There's someone in our crowd who confessed to winning $12,500 playing blackjack.
Wow, that's still really awesome.
It's incredible. It's incredible. Don't mean to downplay your accomplishment, but she won 73. Anyway.
She won more.
But this individual says, this is interesting, since then I've tried to recreate this, and so far I've lost close to $30,000 this year.
Oh, no. God.
I don't want you to come up here. I want you to go home.
Yeah, that happened to a buddy of mine when we were 18. He won a $3,000 jackpot playing cards, and then he just started chasing that dragon, man, and never got it back.
Man.
$30,000. Oh, my God. This must have been awesome. This must have been awesome. I don't know if you want to give us any more details. Maybe we don't need any more details. There's a listener or just a person, maybe they have no idea what's happening here this morning. There's a live human being in our audience this morning who witnessed two elderly men have a fist fight at a poker table.
I'd like to see that.
That must have been incredible.
It's like in slow motion.
Oh, yeah. Like the Family Guy scene where Herbert the pervert fights the old Nazi.
Yeah. And it lasts for 30 minutes.
Were you allowed to bet on that?
Yeah.
Get two side bets in.
Two old-timers punching each other's lights out at the poker table. That must have been incredible. Again, if you feel like elaborating, you can come on up, but maybe that's all it is.
I've never seen an old guy fight.
Old guy fight. Who would be the oldest guys here? Maybe we can set up an octagon later or something. You're the guy?
Yeah, you saw it? Yeah, okay.
Again, we don't no formal names or anything. Please come on up and tell us about this elderly showdown.
You gotta get
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, I just realized something. We never asked the last lady's name, but maybe she doesn't want her name out there when she has that kind of money. Sure. What's your name?
My name's Alex.
Alex, I think I met you last night. Is this the guy? He got engaged last night.
Last night?
Oh,
Congratulations! Woo! You got to get the first one out of the way.
Where's the lucky relative?
Oh.
Now it's the cousin's wedding again.
There you go.
I want to go. I would like to go to a cousin's. No, your woman is around here somewhere. They got engaged last night. So, yeah.
Is that her back there? Congratulations.
Now we're talking. So tell us about these old guys punching each other's lights out at the poker table.
So what actually happened was it was actually two players that got into an altercation, and the one player threw a chip rack at the other guy. And the other guy, in retaliation, grabbed a chair and whipped it at the other guy and smoked him right in the face.
Oh man. Wow! There were chairs being thrown and someone got hit in the mug?
Right. And the craziest thing about it was everybody's like, security, and it took them like 5 minutes, and it was Grandpa number 1 and Grandpa number 2 came to break it up, and I don't know what they thought they were going to do about it, but...
Oh, so it was elderly guys who were fighting, and more elderly poured in to break the fight up.
It was two regular guys fighting. The security was like very old.
I see.
Dang.
I misread your confession. So so the security guards weren't exactly spring chickens.
No.
Okay.
There was like an actual situation going down. I don't know what they thought those guys were going to do.
Wait, a guy throwing a chair in another guy's face isn't a situation? That kind of sounds like a situation to me.
Well, Dana, you used to watch a lot of ECW.
Yeah, that's
You're not shocked by
ECW.
Well, thanks. And you were there to see it all.
It was a crazy night. The friends actually like stopped the fight, and the elderly guys just escorted him out.
Was it like a movie when he threw the chip rack? Did everyone around just try to grab all the chips?
No, there was no chips in the chip rack.
Empty chip rack.
Hit him in the face with it, and the other guy retaliated.
That's great.
Well, we appreciate your story. That's great stuff. Thank you, Alex, and congratulations on your upcoming.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Speaking of folks getting married, my next confession here from a member of our listening audience says, it's our wedding anniversary, and I hope my wife forgets so I don't have to get her anything.
That's true love right there.
Alex, the guy who's about ready to get married, yeah, you should...
Take notes. Don't do what he's doing.
You know, maybe you just act like it's not the anniversary. She'll forget, and you can save a few bucks.
You know, actually, I'm glad you read that, because I bet that's going to be my job to remind you when it's your anniversary.
Jesus.
That's true.
I'll get you out of trouble.
It probably will be.
Yeah. I'll even get the gift.
You've gotten me out of trouble before, by God. Our next confession is a little different. It just simply says, my dog is orange.
Orange?
Like an Irish setter or
is that a reference to
a golden retriever? Is this a comedy bit?
That's cool.
Did I miss a sitcom with an orange dog?
Oh, is that okay?
Oh, he's going to explain it.
This is. I met Cameron last night. He told me a joke. It took about an hour, but it was worth it.
Right. Cameron says his dog is orange, and we're going to get a further explanation on all this.
You got to grab the mic first.
Grab the mic. Talk pretty loud, okay?
Your hair is orange.
This is the picture of her. She's legitimately an orange dog.
She looks like a Muppet. Yeah. You didn't dye her?
So she gets professionally groomed, and the groomer...
You should think about that. This is crazy. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Cameron.
No, it's true. But all the money goes to her grooming, and the groomer just wanted to start experimenting with color, and she was rainbow in June. And then for the fall, we did fall colors.
That's effing hilarious.
That's adorable.
So this is some kind of a dye job.
All right.
Yeah, it's pet safe dye. It's completely safe, but we have her dyed. She's normally completely white, and it's hilarious.
It is.
It's a story.
That's something to see.
I've never heard about that. You are an interesting guy. His dog is friggin' orange.
Yeah, tell us about your ring.
Oh, this was great. Can I tell the story?
Yeah, please.
So, I think last night you might have asked me about getting married. I said, mind your business.
I said congratulations.
Yes.
And you were like, why are you speaking to me?
Yeah. I noticed he had a ring on his finger, and I didn't look on what finger it was on.
No.
And I said, "Oh, looks like you're buried too." And he said, "No, that's not a wedding ring. Explain to the crowd now what your ring is."
So I wear a ring with my name in the written language from Star Wars.
Yes, cool.
That is awesome.
And when he told us that, he said afterwards, "And I am very single."
It's mispronounced, but it's Arabesh.
And you are very, very single.
That's
incredibly single.
Ladies.
Incredibly single.
That's a cool ring.
Wapple and Dana, don't you guys feel a little bit better? Like feel like
It's nice. It's like a nice therapy session right here.
You guys are off the hook.
Yeah, you guys are like a couple of jocks.
Yeah. You guys are the hippest cats in the room.
I need a ring that says AEW, and then, I'd be dorkier.
I'll tell you what, Cameron, that's great stuff. Thank you for showing us your orange dog. What's the dog's name?
Her name is Layla.
Layla. And I looked at the picture. Is that how do you call it, a Cocker Spaniel?
She's a Maltese Poodle kind of mix. She's a rescue.
Okay.
But she gets long hair, and we dye it, because why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
It's a good look.
If you and Wapple had a website together or something, it would, does anyone getting like a Wapple vibe? Like you guys should be doing something together.
Start a
Wapple and
podcast.
We could call it Dork Off.
Nice work, dude. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's Cameron, everybody, with the orange dog.
Cameron was one of the highlights of my night last night.
He's a fun person to talk to. He's got a ring on, and it says his name in the language of Star Wars. You could drive 1,000 miles before you run into someone like that again. How much time do I have? Should we keep going? What time is it?
Yeah, keep going.
I think we're kind of loosey-goosey here.
Oh, it's if you're just joining us, these are true confessions, casino confessions from our listening audience this morning, who has been so wonderful. My dog is orange. I can throw that one that way. I sharted.
I don't like this.
Off to a good start.
In an Office Max.
In the bathroom in an Office Max?
That's so perfect that it was Office. Was that you? Oh, it's a lady friend. Do you want to get up and tell us?
No, you don't. You don't want to talk about sharding at an Office Max.
I'd like to hear the story.
I want to hear the story. And that's
for
rare.
God's sake, here she comes.
Oh, the Office Max part somehow just
Give
makes
her a
it that
round of
much better.
applause. That's what Casino Confessions is all about. Doesn't matter how bad it is, we're gonna support you.
I know you guys don't like farts, but sometimes they happen.
Thank you. So you're walking around in Office Max. What the hell were you doing? Were you going to buy I don't even know what they sell at Office Max.
I was
Office
buying
supplies.
college
A
materials.
case of beer?
I needed college materials.
Sure. And it happened.
And I was standing there and I was like,
Your stomach started
Tommy
to...
started making those noises.
I was like, oh, I have to fart.
This is terrible. I hate this story.
Yep.
And
I
then
was like, oh. And I went like this. I was like, that was wet.
it ran down.
She's doing the waddle.
And you had to waddle.
You had to do
I went to the cashier. I paid for my college materials.
You did.
I went out to my truck and I put the college materials under my butt because I wasn't sure what happened.
Sure.
Oh, no.
I drove home.
So now you're sitting on top of your own mess.
The poor cashier.
It was saran wrapped, so I didn't want it on my seat.
Oh, smart.
Can you do us a favor for the rest of this weekend and just stay near the bathroom?
I haven't had that problem since.
Okay. You're a very brave listener.
Yeah.
We're
Thank you for sharing that. You know, they expect that at a Staples, but not necessarily an office.
You might notice the rest of the party that people stay a decent distance away from.
Yeah, you've got 2 empty seats next to you now.
Yeah. Oh, here's a listener who wants to confess that they dropped their lighter in an unflushed toilet and it still works.
All right.
Actually, wait. You fished a cell phone out of the What'd you fish out of a toilet?
I've fished a lot of phones out of the toilet. A
lot of phones.
Yeah, it was a bad problem for a while. No, you're probably thinking of the one time I went to a concert and I dropped my e-cig in a porta potty.
Oh, that's right.
And I almost went after it, but luckily the boyfriend at the time stopped me. He was like, "What are you doing? Do not go arm deep in that porta potty."
Porter, again, I love that.
Call it a porter potty?
Porter potty.
This boyfriend sounds a lot cooler than the one you brought with you to Turtle Lake.
Yeah, can we get that guy back?
No, I'm good.
I don't know. All right, we probably can dump a couple more of these on you and then take a breather. These have been fun, the casino confessions. I don't believe this individual. Leather Scrotum Jesus claims that he has also seen your grandmother's boobs, Josh.
Oh, son of a bitch. Her OnlyFans page. He texted me earlier to let me know we peed next to each other.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's
romantic.
That's a confession.
The two of you last night?
Yeah, and he thought it was polite that I didn't take a peek. Little does he know, this guy took a peek.
You got that good side eye down.
I had an uncomfortable moment in the men's room last night. It was just me and some other dude, and I don't know if you listen to the show regularly, you know that sometimes I sneeze on air, and it's wildly loud and dramatic. I can't help it. It's sometimes the mic. I don't have like a mute button on my mic, so when I sneeze, it breaks up the whole program, and I feel terrible. So I've talked about my loud-ass sneezes on the program. And I go into the John last night, and there's one other dude in there, and as I'm hanging it, I sneezed, and it was a big, fat, dramatic sneeze. And the dude whizzing next to me goes, "Yeah, you weren't kidding. It is big."
Is that? I have to ask quick. Is
I said,
that
you got to be
natural?
careful saying that in the friggin' men's room. What's the matter with you? What's that
compliment?
I wanted to ask this because not too long ago, my boyfriend came out of the bathroom at a Twins game and was like, "Dude, the guy next to me hung," and I was like, "Is that normal?
me.
Do you guys glance?"
No. No,
never.
I look straight ahead.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
If you didn't know, her boyfriend is here. And he's sitting at the bar, and I saw you raise your hands up as if to say, "Why the hell are you saying that into a microphone?"
Last year, she told us that you're adequate in bed, if I remember right.
Got the job done.
Yeah, got the job done. That's right.
Why would you say that about him in front of all these people?
I thought, well, he made it seem like it was a normal thing.
Do you want to get up and explain this, Jeremy? God dang.
Yeah. Did you get the guy's number at least?
You got my number.
Wow, the guy peeing next to me hung. You really friggin' said that? I mean, I like you. I do. I just find that odd that you...
He didn't zip it up. Everyone saw it.
Oh, he probably wanted people to see it.
What do folks say? Keep your eye on your own bobber?
Yeah.
For God's sake.
Well, maybe he appreciates that.
Here's the deal.
I'm going to start complimenting men's penises and just see if I can strike up a relationship.
We're going to get going here shortly and join this beautiful crowd here in the sports book. We got a little ways to go before that happens. I think we'll probably be done in about 13 minutes.
13.
You know, the first
Bang,
first time I came to Wisconsin, I was about 13 years old.
You were?
Yeah. But we can't do it again?
13.
I thought you actually had a serious story there.
Yeah.
We've been really enjoying our casino confessions gimmick. Earlier on, we asked our wonderful listening audience to write down a confession, big or small, and we would throw it at the crowd and see what gives. Some of you have led some very interesting lives, and we got a few more. We asked the crowd to give us something. You're very nice to help us out. The casino confessions. Now, I think we left off with something about the bathroom. I can't remember. But we left off with some kind of a confession about a bathroom.
A shart in an office, Max.
Maybe that was what I was thinking.
Well, Ashley outed her boyfriend for commenting on
Yes.
a large penis in the bathroom.
Right. We should warn all the men in our listening audience with large penises. If you have one, Ashley's boyfriend will notice it. All right, so this next confession has to do with the bathroom. Again, it's kind of cute. It goes back to kindergarten. Kindergarten. This listener says, when I was in kindergarten, I peeked into the boys' bathroom and saw my classmate peeing at the urinal. We both made eye contact, and he asked me, "Are you watching me pee?" And I said, "No."
I think that was a lie.
Of course, you're free to elaborate.
Yeah, if you want to come up and tell that story, that's pretty.
I forgot that part. If you want to elaborate on the story, great. But that might be all we need.
Wait, you watched a dude pee? Oh no, here we go.
Mine was read earlier.
Huh?
Mine was read earlier.
Well, why didn't you come up then?
No, it's too late now. It's too late.
All right, go ahead. Let's hear the story. So you.
Congrats, by the way, on the engagement. Absolutely.
All right, so I don't know the reason. Like, I was 6, so I was like 6. You know, you're a kindergartner. I don't even know the reasoning why. I just looked in the bathroom. Like, he was my bathroom buddy. I had to go with him to make sure, like, we would do that.
Oh, a bathroom buddy, sure.
Yeah, so I just looked in there and I'm like, I wasn't trying to watch him pee, but obviously, you know.
But you saw his pee-pee.
I did not actually.
Oh, you did not?
We just made eye contact. I still remember his face, too, the look he gave me, and I just, like, hurry up and ran away, and I was just waiting on our way back. He's like, "Were you watching me pee?" I'm like, "No." And then when we got back to the class, we went to this other kid, and he was whispering in his ear, and then the kid that he told was like, pure horror, like, just shock. Like, why was she watching you?
Can you and I be bathroom buddies for the rest of the weekend?
We can. I'll keep an eye out for you.
That'd be awesome.
Dana just passed me a note. He wants to know if you'll watch him pee.
Thank you for your confession.
Thank you.
And congratulations. She's getting married, or they just got engaged. Here's a confession from a, yes.
Yeah, congratulations.
Wonderful. Here's a confession, from a lady. I lost my virginity to another man the same day I met my husband.
Oh, shoot.
It's hot stuff right there.
I wonder if they're comfortable coming up and
I knew if we
on that.
If we spent enough time on this, Josh, I knew we'd get some hot
Oh,
stuff.
scandalous.
It's okay if you don't want to.
Someone's moving.
She lost her virginity to another man the same day she met her husband. Her husband.
You might win the award of coolest person in Wisconsin.
What do you have in your hand?
Is that
A napkin?
Oh, it's her confession.
Oh, it's another confession.
I thought she's bringing up the toilet paper.
It's like, what?
This one is. I'm sorry. Here we go. The woman who. Go ahead. Tell us your story again. Your confession.
Well, I was kind of like Wapple. I was a late virgin.
Sure.
Hey.
Probably not as late as him, but yeah, go ahead. He set the record.
And I was just curious, and I was at this party and met this fella, but nothing really happened. And I was ended up on a one-night stand with some other guy because I was a curious 18-year-old.
Sure. And then
The same day I met my husband, who I met a week later, and we've been together ever since.
Wow.
So I always felt bad that, you know.
So does that mean
you don't have to feel bad.
Has he heard this story? Because it'd be so cool if he'd never heard it until right now.
Yeah, well.
Has he heard it before?
Pardon?
Has he heard this story before?
Yeah, he knows.
Oh, he knows all about it.
Yeah.
That would have been great to get him up here.
It probably came up if he did.
That's a good point. Oh, wow, honey, I have no idea who that could be.
Honey, where are you going? Oh, wait a minute, it's you.
So does that mean your career body count is 2?
Yeah.
Well done. Well done. Thank you for your confession.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's an awesome story.
By the way, Wapple was 24. So I don't
24. I still got the record.
Now we know where to go this weekend if we want some.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm kidding. This is fascinating. A lady says, I used paint thinner to remove wax from my bikini line. Ooh. How do you live through that?
That sounds so dangerous. I don't like that.
I used paint thinner to remove wax from my bikini line.
All right, guys, that was me.
I think that would burn.
Well, that must have been something.
Really wanted to clean that up for some reason.
Oh, this confession simply says I was in ballet for 2 years. Ballet.
Show us something.
Is Kip Winger here? Is that from Kip Winger? I bet you that would make you.
Nobody would want to raise your hand and let us know.
Oh, is it a guy who was in ballet for 2 years?
It's the dude with the face tat.
The dude with the face tat.
That's awesome.
Ralph, I never would expect that. Wow.
Sounds
Here
like
he comes.
Wapo made a friend last night.
Oh, yeah. This dude's great.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
amazing.
Ralph is awesome.
Here comes.
I'll admit, my parents made me take tap dance class, and I didn't want to go. It was me and a bunch of girls, but I got good, and they sent me to the Wednesday class with some of the
Look
better
at
ones.
this guy. This
right.
guy took ballet.
So it's really not that interesting of a story. So I started playing hockey when I was from Canada. So I played hockey at a really young age. I struggled with core balance and skating. So my dad put me in ballet for 2 years, just so I learned balance and learned core strength, and yeah, that's it.
smart.
Like, I think the thing is because I don't look like a ballet guy.
No,
so,
I would say no.
Do you remember?
I am picturing you in the outfit.
The cute little tights.
Okay, the crowd obviously wants you to dance.
He still got it.
Ralph took ballet to improve his skills on the ice. That's fascinating. Here's, not to diminish anyone around here, but this is a fairly common act amongst ice fishermen, right? I ate a minnow on it while ice fishing.
That is like a rite of passage. Your first time ice fishing, you got to swallow a minnow.
Make some noise if you're an ice fisherman or woman and you've swallowed a minnow. Yeah.
Couple.
Those are some real Minnesotans.
But now here's an individual who wants to confess that they blew themselves up in an ice fishing shack.
Oh, wow.
Somehow so they avoided death.
Oh, I have to hear more about this.
Anyone want? Do you want to tell the story? You want to elaborate on almost blowing yourself up, or blew myself up in an ice? Oh no, it's just blew myself in an ice fishing shack. I'm sorry.
That's completely different.
Nobody wants any part of that. Sounds dramatic. Someone's hollering at Ashley. What do you want?
What would you like?
Let's make you a cement mixer again.
She wants to make me a cement mixer? Absolutely not.
No, she tried that last year.
Yeah, she basically up-chucked it in front of me.
Yeah.
Where's the individual with the apple pie? Not that you can bring it in here. Don't bring it in here. That's against the rules at the bar. But
Back there.
Oh, dude, you look like you can make some mean moonshine.
So, yeah, we got some takers here on the Half-Ass Morning Show. It ain't me. Well, we got some folks who said they wanted to drink your apple pie hooch. What do you want us to creep into your hotel room later or what? How are we going to do this? A little secret code, a little secret knock on your door. All right, one more confession here. And this one, I guess I hope the individual wants to elaborate, because it sounds like they burned their own house down.
Oh.
I spilled gas on the carpet. So why the hell you got a gas tank?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Is your garage carpeted? I spilled gas on the carpet and had the bright idea to burn it out to get rid of it.
Oh, no.
Now, they don't go any further with if the house burned down or whatever. I blamed it on the dog tipping a candle over with its tail. Somebody out there burned their friggin' house down? I'd love to hear
did you
more.
Get away with it?
Yeah, I was going to say, it kind of sounds like arson and insurance fraud.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no. This friggin' guy. You know,
this looks like trouble.
This was the first swinging D here this morning. When I walked in this morning, you were looking very shady outside the door. I thought I was a goner. So if you don't mind, tell us about this. Did you burn the house down?
How old were you, first and foremost?
My dad was cleaning some parts or something in the backyard, and he had an ice cream pail with whatever it was soaking. And we brought it in. We had a fireplace, and we were kids, and we were playing around with fire. Ooh.
Sure.
Well, we spilled it.
And Josh, did you answer Josh's question? How old were you?
10-ish.
Okay. All right.
So I thought, well, how are we going to get this out there at the bar? They're drinking. They're going to come home pissed off. They're going to
tune you up a little bit.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
So burn it. So we went over to the thing and lit a piece of paper and threw it on there. Nope. Not a good idea.
And the whole house burned down.
Well, we ran to the kitchen, and Mom had made goulash, so we took a big pot of her soaking pot and spilled it on there and put it out.
You're the only human in history to put out a house fire with goulash. That's the most Midwestern thing, maybe. And so did it work?
Well, we pulled a rug over it and nobody noticed it for about 6 months.
6 months? Nice. They can't be mad about
That's
that.
about how often I vacuum as well.
It was a divorce thing, and
your folks split up.
Cleaned so well.
They blamed it on you and your brother.
No, I said the dog did it.
Oh, they bought that.
He did.
They bought
said,
that.
I had to tell the insurance company something.
Watch this guy, everybody, this weekend. Keep an eye on this.
That's awesome.
Thank you for your confession. It's fascinating. One final confession just says, and then the eyes fell out. I don't want to know any more about that. What time is it, Cubby? Are we done?
I think so. Yeah, we got to wrap up.
Jeez, what a hell of a deal. I mean, it's been a blast. Everyone, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming. I mean, not just to the whole thing, but coming to the broadcast specifically. That's awesome.
Really, honestly, we love you, and we appreciate your support so very much. Thank you to our sponsors, Minnesota Fat Loss and Stittsworth Meats. You want to give them the slogan again, Wapple?
Don't have a Fitzworth, grab yourself a Stittsworth.
Oh, you nailed it. They have just canceled their advertising.
Darn it.
I do have one shout out to hashtag Dale Strong. Thank you for all the support through the hardest of times. Never stop fighting. That's from former Povs pole dancer Sheezes, who's around here somewheres.
Oh, yeah, I saw her running around. Oh, there she is.
There she is right there.
That's awesome.
Thank you again. If we seem a little tired today, just keep in mind we have the weight of all of Cumulus Media on our shoulders. I wanted to dump that in for the staff. Piss them off.
Yeah, speaking of which, thank you to our engineer, Mike. We appreciate you getting this going. Thank you to our promotion staff, Ryder, Graves.
Our board op, Jojo.
Jojo, thank you. Our sales god, Eric, thank you. Where's Derek?
Derek's around.
What does he do at the station?
I have no idea.
Gets there late every day.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he does, but we appreciate him.
Everyone that worked their ass off, we appreciate you getting it all set up.
And of course, St. Croix Casino. Thank you guys for hosting us.
Heck yeah, thank you.
Can't believe you invited us back.
Yeah. Let's give them applause.
I dig this place. It's gonna get crazy later.
Yeah, it's been great.
It's probably not going to get that crazy, but it's been wonderful. And to our listeners at home, we'll talk to you on Monday. Everyone have a great time. See you later.
The 93X Half-Ass Morning Show. 93.
The 93X Half-Ass Morning Show podcast is sponsored by Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. New episodes drop each weekday. If your podcast platform has ratings, go ahead and give us 5 stars and maybe give our enemies 1. Thanks, and here's a word from our sponsor.
Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is currently hiring experienced and entry-level HVAC technicians. Apply today at standardheating.com.